What's up, little ducks, and welcome back to another video of Saturdays with Spy Guys. Remember, this week we only had 4 days of trading because of a holiday that is called Christmas, so the stock market was closed. Now we also had a half day during the week, so that means we only traded for 3.5 days. So this was an easy week with Spy Guys, and let's go ahead and point out the obvious. So Spy made it very easy for us this week, guys. They went super slow, of course, and you can see that we had some nice bounces, guys, off of this support. And guess what I think is about to happen, guys? I think that they're going to break out. We're going to see another attempt, guys, to take off from all-time high. So now we have hit 691 and change, guys. So they're going to come up here and hit it again. So we might see a repeat of the past where they keep messing around and going up and down a certain range, and then at some point we will start heading higher. But this is going to take a lot of money. Now after January 1st, guys, these guys get a new budget, the market maker, so you will see a little bit better patterns out of Spy. Now let's take a look at the daily, and if you guys have taken my Dominator courses, guys, you know when the Dominator assistant says buy, we stay in until we get the buy, and then we get out when we get the sell, or we set a stop loss right at the sell in case we keep going up. And so we entered the trade here, guys. This was last Thursday. We had a bottom buy signal, and guess what we're about to get? So this is exactly why I am telling you that we are going to dip, guys. Look at this. We hit an all-time high in this area, and it was a retest from previous days like we talked about in the previous Saturdays with Spy Guys. And guess what? We should see a dip and then another attempt to go up just like we did. So Spy is due for a dip, guys. They hit an all-time high. What happens when we hit an all-time high? We will dip again, guys. Not sure we're going to go all the way down to 672, so let's just call it midway like we would in Fibonacci, guys, and then we could see another attempt for this 691 area where they will head up. Now, how long is this going to take? How long before we get to that point? Well, great question. I'm glad you asked. If you go on TradingView, guys, and you look to the left, you're going to find a little ruler that says measure. Now, if we take our sell signals and we look at this general area, we're going to measure from there all the way to the bottom where they stop going down. And that took a total of 12 days, guys. Right now, I am calculating around 11, 12 days is what I've been measuring so far on Spy when they make their rounds back down. So let's take a look at this, and let's just go ahead and measure off 12 days, guys, and let's call it halfway here. Okay, so we will say January 7th, guys, we might see a dip. First we'll go across like we did here, up and down, up and down. So you better be ready for that, and look at the previous videos I put out so that you know when to enter and exit on the 20-minute time frame if you're trading during the week. Now here we go, 12 days. We're going to call out Wednesday the 7th for 2026. So let's go ahead and mark that off, guys, and I'm gonna put a nice little white line there, horizontal line, and we're going to dim it a little bit just so it doesn't get in the way when we're trading during the week. And I'm gonna lock that in so it doesn't move, and I'll go ahead and remove this. But remember, on the 20-minute, guys, we already hit a top, and you can see how they're starting to come down. Okay, and if you go back to your previous charts for those days that I just called out when they started dipping, you will see those patterns, and you're going to see similar patterns going forward. Okay, so now, do you expect Spy to go up this week, guys? Leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts on Spy. This was an easy week. It was short. All they did was go up and bounce off support, guys. Very simple. I don't think that we're going to continue to go up, so be very careful with your entries this week. See you on the next video.